So, very good morning to one and all present here. So, welcome to the day 5 session of Cybersecurity and Hacking Faculty Development Program, which was organized by the Department of Computer Science and Application, BSc Computer Science Program. And today's session, it was handled by Dr. Ramya Devi ma'am. Dr. Ramya Devi ma'am she is an assistant professor at the Department of Computer Science and Application, BSc Computer Science Program. And he has a very good area of specialization in terms of medical image analysis, digital signal processing, artificial intelligence, and IoT and information retrieval. And he completed his PhD in computer science in Anna University and MCA in Gandhigram Rural University, and completed his undergraduate in Madurai Kamaraj University. And he completed NPTEL course in Python and Udemy courses in audio signal processing and SPSS tool. And she got a very good research interest in AI expert system, medical image processing, IoT and machine learning. And she published many papers in Scopus Index, SCI, and some referred journals. And she got a membership in IFERP, and she is a member in International Association of Engineers, and she is a member in National Institute for Technical Training and Skill Development. And she attended many workshops and seminars. She presented many papers in international and national conference. On behalf of the Department of Computer Science Application, BSc Computer Science Program, we welcome you, ma'am. I hand over session to Dr. Ramya Devi, ma'am. Ma'am, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your good introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Ramya Devi, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Application in the SRM Institute of Science and Technology. And today's topic is concept of steganography in information security. Particularly, this topic will be relevant to those who take up their research on information security. We will also discuss about an interesting method of secure transmission of information. So, we will have a quick recap about the information hiding, that is the basics of steganography. Information hiding is a branch of computer science that deals with concealing the existence of the messaging. It is related to cryptography, whose intent is to render message unreadable except by the intended recipients. It employs technologies from numerous science disciplines like digital signal processing, which can include image, audio, video, and cryptography, information theory or coding theory, data compression, human visual or auditory perception, so on. So there are mainly the steganography or information security. The hiding can be subdivided into steganography, watermarking, or convert channels. So steganography is exactly maintaining the confidentiality and protecting from privacy of critical information and protecting them from the unauthorized access. This is done by hiding data in a digital medium like image, video, and audio. Here we consider hiding data in audio signal as an working example. Application of audio steganography includes secured communication and improved communication. For an example, if we want to maintain patient medical report, the system enables medical images in audio file that are sent to different recipients, such as doctors in charges of the corresponding patient. For more security, only intended receivers have the knowledge of the key that will be used to extract the medical images. In improved communication, hidden data are sent over acoustic channels like telephone lines along with the conversation. Hidden data is pushed into the ambient sound with frequency band, which doesn't lie on frequency band of human hearing or human speech. At the receiving end, the conversation frequency is separated from ambient frequency and hidden data is decrypted. So data storage, which is enabled by audio steganography method, can also be used to just store the data where there is limited storage space by using conventional LSP method, which is a basic, which we consider as a basic method in storing or converting the hidden messages, or inserting the hidden messages inside the audio files. Where we have a minimum loss of data. Whenever when we insert an extra information within a digital medium, we will try to take some of the information from the host medium, and with that place, we will try to insert our message. So the quality of the medium, that is whether it is an audio or image or video, the quality, there will be some disturbance in the quality. So our task is to minimize the disturbance in such a way that we will describe an algorithm, and we will make sure that any of the quality is not disturbed. So while cryptography is about protecting the content of message, steganography is about concealing their existence. So the message which has been concealed inside a host medium should not be known. Only the sender and the recipient should know that some information has been inserted inside any medium. Until and unless we have a key, we should not be able to extract that information. This is the basic idea of steganography. It comes from where the word steganography comes from the Greek word that is covered writing. So example includes sending a message by a spy. It is like sending a message by a spy by marking certain letters in the newspaper. This and all we have seen in many in our ancient way of concealing the messages, right? So here I have an example for you people. So here we have a message within which an secure data which is converted in the form of bit stream, and this bit stream is being inserted with an LSP algorithm, and within that bit spaces. For example, each and every data in the host can be converted into bit streams. So with that bit stream, we are taking, for example, if it is an 8-bit data, that is 1 byte data, the LSB, that is least significant bit, will be replaced with the data or the information that need to be hidden. So after that, we have a stegno image. If we compare the quality of the image of the host image as well as the stegno image, we should have an lowest signal to noise ratio. That is the difference between the host image and the steganograph image. So in the traditional methods, as we have seen, early approaches of hiding the text where we saw within the spy, or hiding any messages in newspapers and all. So as the digital era has improved a lot, we have now audio, video, and image format that is being transferred in many. We have many form of way of transformation. So we will take that into account. The layout of the document may be really reveal information. So position and lines and words. So these are the we can conceal many data within the documents. So adding spaces and invisible characters to the text. So within the spaces and all, we can insert the data where any quality difference will be very less. So in the modern steganography attempts, the modern steganographic approaches, application of transform domain that takes advantage of algorithms and coefficients from processing the image. So we'll just see how the audio processing, audio steganography works. In today's topic, we will have a basic steganography process that will be discussed to embed an text inside a audio signal, that is WAV extension. So this is carried out using the LSP method. The basic aim of the problem is to obtain a clear understanding of the noise in the audio signal when the text is embedded using steganography process. This is done because during secure data transmission, the noise is easily detected by the human ear. This encourages the doubt of hidden data. This paper, this research work presents the difference in wavelengths under single tone, multi-tone, and drastic change while using low-pass filters of audio signal processing. So sampling techniques followed by quantization converts analog audio signals to digital binary sequences. In this technique, LSP binary sequences of each digitalized sample is replaced with binary equivalent of secret messages. So we, in our method, LSP method, we will first alter or replace the least significant bits. That uses this, especially this bit because these bytes of the file that aren't needed or important. So these areas are replaced with information that is to be hidden without altering the file or damaging the quality of the host file. This allows hidden information that is undetectable. This works best with audio files of high intensity and with very less data loss. So, for example, here the character G across the 8-bit, we need to hiding the character G across 8-bit of the carrier. So here we can consider this as a 8-bit carrier. 8-bit carrier. We know that the ASCII character of the letter G can be converted into the binary form as 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. So this, you can see this part of the host information in each and every least significant bit of each and every byte, it can be replaced with this G character. So when we will just see the after applying the LSP substitution, what will be the result? We'll have a an live example. We used MATLAB. MATLAB is used for the simulation to implement this technique of steganography. So audio steganography programs can embed information in WAV format or AVU and even MP3 sound file. So we will select the cover medium file, that is cover.wav. Select the, and we will next select the hidden data file, that is secret text. Secret text that needs to be embedded, and we will have an output file which is we will get in the form of out.wav. So the appropriate encryption method is given so that the output file stores a specific directory. This embedded audio file can be transmitted, and it is and in the receiving end, corresponding decryption method is done, and the message is extracted without any data loss. The secured transmission is accomplished. So we'll have a demo of it. So here you can see the message. This was the input audio which we are giving. So this will be a message that will be embedded inside using the LSP technique of algorithm, and we will have an output .wav file which we can hear. So we can feel that we have a minimum noise when compared to the input audio file. So here, as there is a less hearable noise in the demo sound, when the intensity of the sound decreases, there is notable increase in the noise. Wherever the intensity, the noise is very audible, the noises are audible where we have a less intensity of the music. Here, the difference in audio signal due to technography can be calculated. This is carried out by the steps like input. We will input the sound file, that is the input file, and we will subtract digital. We'll do the digital subtraction with the output signal. Since we need frequency in digital form, the two wavelets are normalized in frequency band before they are subtracted from each other. This normalized power spectrum of the sound files is computed. Two spectrums are sampled into 5,000 samples and difference is calculated. So the original audio, text hidden audio, and the noise differences are plotted with the in the unit of decibels. The difference in is stored can also be the difference between the input file and also as well as the output file can, that is the digital difference output can be stored in the compare.wav file. So that difference also we can hear. So here the noise features. How to assess this type of the efficiency of our application or the algorithm which we have embedded. So the noise features is analyzed over here. Here the statistics of the noise wave is examined under the following consideration like single tone and multi-tone or low pass filters. So to reduce noise without changing over shape of the waveform. Here, next we can also assess in the form of signal to noise ratio, where in the single tone frequency, the SNR is applied on one noise band of frequency 500 Hz. The first graph shows a single peak in 40th frequency band, and which explains the effect of single tone signals. So in the multi-tone frequency, so if we are using the input signal as a multi-tone frequency band, the multi-tone frequency has a SNR ratio that shows a peak in various frequency band based on the input signal frequency. So we have another assessing factor like power ratio, where in the same way we have analyzed it for single tone frequency, multi-tone multi-tone input as well as the low pass filters. So here we can also assess by using actual energy threshold, where the single tone signal shows about 14 decibel of energy. This is assessed for the demo sound which we have which we heard now. So for this, when we compare the input file as well as the output file, we can assess in this assessing factors how well our data has been embedded inside the host signal. And in actual energy threshold, we will assess the single tone signal that shows about 14 decibel of energy, and this signal and the multiple tone shows the energy in various frequency as it is shown in the graphical form. So we can also use the tonality to assess the embedding process. So the effect of low pass filter in SNR, we have tested, this is the tested data for 32 audio files where the frequency range from 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. This was heard because of the human hearing band. So when we heard that, this shows that in 160 Hertz to 400 Hertz band, we could see the peak of the effect of SNR, signal to noise ratio, to be very high. This indicates that low pass filters was effective in this lower frequency range. So the working system clearly shows that audio signography and noise features in different audio tones like single tone and multi-tone. So when we see or when we heard the demo or when we see the difference between the input audio file as well as the output audio file, the differences or the error will be very low to hear, but the amount of message that we can embed will be very high. So 4 features were discussed, like actual energy threshold and tonality. This was analyzed. So I think in today's era of cybersecurity, we need to incorporate all type of ways to implement to hide our information so that the security is maintained. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. And it is open for you. If you have any questions to be discussed, we'll just go. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for your time. Now I call upon Dr. S. Savita to render her talk on digital forensics. As an introduction, Dr. S. G. Savita has awarded her PhD from Dr. MGR University in 2023. Currently, she is working as an assistant professor in SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus in the Department of Computer Science and Application. She has 8 years of teaching experience on both graduate and as well as undergraduate level. Her area of expert is deep learning and cybersecurity. Over to you, ma'am. Welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning to all. Now we move to about the digital forensics. Before we move to the topic, we will see about what is cybercrime. It is a criminal activity that targets a computer network or a network device. Most cybercrime is committed by the cybercriminals or hackers who want to make money. Some cybercrime aims to damage computers or networks for reasons other than profit. These could be political or personal. Cybercrime can be carried out by the individuals or organizations. These are organized to use advanced techniques and are highly technically skilled. You know about the history of cybercrime. It starts from 1970. In 70, we can call first cybercrime is the phreaking. As a computer system have now become integral to the daily functioning or business, organizations, governments, and the individuals we have learned to put a tremendous amount of trust in these systems. As a result, we have placed incredibly important and valuable information on them. So history has shown me that things of value will always be a target for a criminal. So cybercrime is no different, as a people flood their personal computers, phones, and so on with valuable data. They put a target on that information for the criminal to aim for in order to gain some form of profit from the activity. So in the past, in order for a criminal to gain access to an individual's valuables, they would have to conduct a robbery in some shape or form. In the case of data theft, the criminal would need to break into a building, sifting through files, looking for the information of greatest value of profit. In our modern world, the criminal can attack their victims from a distance, and due to the nature of the internet, these acts would most likely never meet retribution. In the early 1970s and the 80s, visa criminals taking advantage of the tone system used on phone networks. The attack was called phreaking, where the attacker reverse engineered the tone used by the telephone companies to make long distance calls. And second, in the 1980s, in 1988, the first computer worm made on the internet caused a great destruction to organization. This is called Morris worm. And the Morris worm is created by the Robert Morris. That the name was called the Morris worm. While this worm was not originally intended to the malicious, it still caused a great deal of damage. In 1989, it brought us the first known ransom attack, which targeted the healthcare industry. Ransom is a type of malicious software that locks user data until a small ransom is paid. So Joseph Pop and the wireless distributed 20,000 floppy disks across 90 countries. He told like that this contained software that could be used to analyze an individual risk factors for contracting the AIDS virus. So, but the disk contained a malware program that when it is executed, it displayed a message the user to pay for a software license. Macmillan Publisher is example for the ransom virus attacked company. Later in June, a ransom attack temporarily disabled Macmillan Publishers' ability to accept, process, or ship orders. After the 90s brought the web browser and email to the masses, which meant new tools for the cybercriminals to exploit. This allowed the cybercriminal to greatly expand their reach. Up till this time, the cybercriminal needed to initiate a physical transaction. For example, they're providing a floppy disk. Now, the cybercriminals could transmit virus code over the internet in this new. They could attempt to trick millions of users simultaneously. After 2000, they brought us a social media and saw the rise of identity theft. Cybercriminals could take database containing millions of users' personal identifiable information. A lack of cybersecurity awareness from the general public allowed cybercriminals to commit all types of financial frauds, such as opening bank accounts and credit cards in the name of the others. Today, we see that cybercriminal activity has only gotten worse. As computer systems have gotten faster and more complex, we see that the cybercriminal has become more sophisticated and harder to catch. Today, we have botnets, which are a network of private computers that are infected with the malicious software and they allow the criminal element to control millions of infected computer systems across the globe. So these botnets allow the criminal element to overload organizational networks and hide the origin of the criminals. We see constant ransomware attacks across all sectors of the economy. People are constantly on the lookout for identity theft and the financial fraud. Continuous news reports regarding the latest point of sale attack against major retailers and hospitality organizations. See, these are cyber crimes. How to avoid the cyber crime? If we are attacked in any cyber crimes, we have to find out using the digital forensics. Using that, we can find out which type of crimes we have attacked. In digital forensics, the main goal of digital forensics is to extract data from the electronic device, electronic evidence, process into actionable intelligence and present the findings of the prosecution. All process utilize sound forensic techniques to ensure the findings are admissible in court. Digital forensics, often known as computer forensics, is the art of gathering, analyzing, and achieving the electronic data so that it can be used as evidence in the court. It entails using specialized techniques and equipment to investigate digital devices for evidence, such as laptops, smartphones, and other electronic storage devices. How will they proceed to find out the digital forensics? The procedure starts with identifying the devices used and collecting the preliminary device evidence on the crime scene. Then the court warrant is obtained for the seizure of the evidence, which leads to the leads of the evidence. The evidence are then transported to the forensic labs for further investigations, and the procedure of transportation of the evidence from the crime scene to labs are called chain of custody. The evidence are then copied for analysis, and the original evidence is kept safe because analysis are always done on the copied evidence and not the original evidence. The analysis is then done on the copied evidence for suspicious activities, and accordingly, the findings are documented in a non-technical tone. The documented findings are then presented in a court of law for further investigations. The digital forensics process is in cybersecurity consists of various steps. First one is identification. Second one is preservation, analysis, documentation, and presentation. First one is identification. The initial phase involves the identification of evidence associated with the digital crimes across various components, storage media, hardware, operating systems, and networks and applications. This step holds utmost significance as it serves as the foundation of the entire investigation process. Its primary objective is to ascertain the origins of digital evidence that can be effectively employed to probe the incident. For example, network logs, system logs, and various other artifacts. And second one is collection. After the initial identification of digital evidence in the first step, the subsequent phase involves preserving these evidences. Preserving digital evidence is utmost importance and holds great significance in the investigative process. Digital evidences may be network traffic and forensic pictures and storage devices. And the third one is analysis. The next step in the digital forensic process of involving analyzing the gathered digital evidences of computer crime. This analysis aims to trace criminal and possible path used to breach into the system. It is examining and analyzing the acquired digital evidence to the understanding the origin and the breadth of the occurrence and the amount of any damage or data loss. And documentation. In the final phase of next phase of the digital forensic is the documentation. We have the important task for proper documentation. This involves recording all aspects of the digital investigation, including the digital evidence collected, vulnerabilities, and identified in the attacked system. The purpose of this documentation is used to, first one is, it enables future study and analysis of the case, allowing for continuous learning and improvement in the field of the digital forensics. And second one is, it ensures that the findings and evidence can be presented in a court of law in a structured and organized format. This entails creating a comprehensive report that outlines the key discoveries made during the investigation, including relevant findings and recommendations. The last one is presentation. The final step involves presenting all the digital evidence and documentation in a court settings. This is done to establish the occurrence of digital crime and to identify the individual responsible. By presenting the evidence in the clear and organized manner, the aim is to provide a compelling argument supported by concrete digital evidence and documentation, ensuring a fair and just legal process. And the next, we have different types of digital forensics. First one is computer forensics, mobile forensics, network forensics, database forensics, and a printer forensics. The first one is computer forensics. This area revolves around the investigation analysis of digital devices, including computers, laptops, and mobile phones. The primary objective of computer forensics is to collect and scrutinize digital evidence, which encompasses various types of data stored on hard drives, memory cards, and other storage devices. It is essentially the branch of digital forensics that deals with the identification, collection, analysis, and the presentation of digital evidence throughout the investigation of cyber crimes. By employing advanced techniques and tools, computer forensic experts are able to uncover crucial evidence that can shed light on the nature of the crime and potentially identify the culprits involved. Second one is mobile device forensics. In the field, we have a capitative captivating subfield from known as the mobile device forensics. This particular area focuses on the examination and analysis of mobile devices, including smartphones and tablets. Well, in the world of mobile device forensics, our main objective is to gather and carefully analyze the data stored on these devices. This involves extracting and examining various types of information, such as call records, text messages, and data forms applications. By scrutinizing these digital pieces of evidence, we can uncover valuable insights that can assist as in investigations and provide a deeper understanding of the matter at hand. The third one is network forensics. This field, there exists a captivating subfield of the network forensics. This specialized area of focus on the investigation analysis of network traffic and communication data. Our primary goal is to identify and investigate cyber attacks. To achieve this, we employ various techniques to collect and analyze the data packets, log files, and other network-related information. By scrutinizing these digital artifacts, we can gain valuable insights into the nature of the attacks. The significance of network forensics cannot be overstated, as it plays a crucial role in the uncovering the intricacies of cyber assaults and identifying those responsible. By examining network traffic and communication data, we can piece together a comprehensive understanding of how the attack unfolded and trace its origin. This can help us identify vulnerabilities in the network infrastructures, develop strategies to mitigate future attacks, and support legal proceedings if required. The next one is database forensics. This subfield focuses on the inquiry and analysis of databases, particularly SQL databases. Database forensics involves the collection and analysis of data stored within databases. This can include information such as user accounts, login credentials, and transaction logs. By scrutinizing these databases, investigators can uncover evidence related to unauthorized access, data manipulations, and other malicious activities. The analysis of database artifacts can provide the valuable insights into the actions performed, helping to identify potential threats and support legal proceedings. The last one is printer forensics. It is an interesting area that involves the embedding of an external signature within printed documents. This can be achieved by modifying the document itself before it is sent to the printer, or by adjusting process parameters within the printer mechanism to encode identifying the information. So, for example, the information such as the printer serial number or date of printing can be changed during the printing. So, printer forensics helps in identifying and tracking printed documents back to the specific printer that produced them. This can be useful in investigations involving fraudulent documents, intellectual property theft, or other related matters. Now, where digital forensics in cybersecurity is used, we have to know about that. The first one is incident response. Digital forensics, it is utilized during the incident response to investigate security incidents. It involves analyzing the incident to determine its cause, extent, and impact. By conducting thorough digital forensic examinations, experts can identify the methods used by attackers and gather evidence for remediation and prevention. Second one is data breach investigation. Digital forensics crucial. Data breaches is a forensic specialist employ various techniques to trace the origins of the breach, identify the entry points used by attackers, and assess the extent of the compromised data. This information helps organizations strengthen their security measures and prevent similar incidents in the future. Next one is malware analysis. It examines the code, network activity, and the system logs associated with the malware to understand its behavior, purpose, and targeted data. This analysis aids in developing effective countermeasures, detecting and mitigating malware infections, and safeguarding crucial system. Next one is insider threat investigation. By analyzing the user activity, logs, network traffic, and digital artifacts, forensic investigators can detect the suspicious behavior, determine if an insider threat occurred, and ascertain which data may have been compromised. This knowledge helps organizations take appropriate actions to prevent future insider threats. And last one is cybercrime prosecution. It involves the collection and data analysis of digital evidence that can be presented in court to support legal proceedings. This can include emails, chat logs, file metadata, and other relevant digital certificates. Digital forensics specialized to ensure the integrity and admissibility of the evidence, enabling effective prosecution of cybercrime criminals. Next one is key objectives of the digital forensics. The first one is identify and recover digital evidences. Locating and extracting relevant data from the digital device, that is called the identification and recovering the digital evidences. And ensuring the integrity and reliability of digital evidence during the investigation is called the preserve and protect evidence. And examination data to uncover patterns, connections, and the potential insights of the analyzing and interpret evidence. And finally, present findings. What are the documents and presenting the findings? We have to find out. We have to give you some presentation. So documenting and presenting the findings in a clear and understandable manner. The digital evidence is very important in the digital forensics. Digital evidence is information stored or transmitted in binary form that may be relied on in court. It can be found on a computer hard drive, a mobile phone, among other places. Digital evidence is commonly associated with electronic crime or e-crime, such as child pornography or credit card or fraud. We have different types of digital evidences. First one is direct evidence, indirect evidence, and deleted or hidden data. Direct evidence means that it will be connected directly, proves a fact such as emails, documents, or chat logs. Indirect means we can provide the basis of inference such as metadata or system logs. And finally, deleted or hidden data means we have to recovering the data that has been intentionally or unintentionally deleted. We can recover that deleted files from our systems. That is called the deleted hidden data. These are the digital evidences. How can we extract the digital evidences? We have different methods, different schemes. First one is manual extraction. It involves viewing that data content on the phone directly as viewed on its screen through the use of the device keypad. The information discovered is manually documented. At this level, it is impossible to recover deleted information. And next one is logical extraction. It's a process of pulling a valuable information from a cell phone, tablet, or another mobile device by communicating with the device operating system using an application programming interface. Extracting data this way is easy and less time consuming than the other extraction methods. And next one is physical extraction, closely resembles the post-mortem acquisition process of computer forensics. A physical extraction will create a bit-for-bit replica of all the data contained within the mobile device, including hidden and deleted files. The goal of next one is chip-off. The goal of chip-off extraction is to remove the flash memory chip from the device and extract the raw data directly from the chip using special chip-off equipment that has designed especially for this purpose. This amazing technology can allow you to extract a total physical image of the device in a question. The final, the micro read process involves the manually viewing and interpreting data seen on the memory chip. The examiner uses an electron microscope and analyzes the physical gates on the chip and then translates the gate status zeros and ones to determine the resulting ASCII characters. These are the digital evidence extraction scheme. And next, what are the skills we need to give the for the digital forensics? First one is technical proficiency. For this, a solid understanding of the computer systems, networks, and the system software is required. This covers operating systems, computer languages, and network protocol knowledge. And next one is forensic tools and techniques. It is critical to be familiar with the digital forensic tools and the techniques while conducting investigations and assessing digital evidence. This comprises imaging, data recovery, and memory analysis software. And third one is analytical skills. For this, the ability to evaluate vast amounts of data and discover relevant evidence is critical. This includes seeing patterns, concluding, and making suggestions based on the data. And next one is attention to detail. To guarantee that all relevant evidence is found and processed, digital forensics necessitates the high level of attention to detail. Next one is communication skills. Because investigations frequently include collaboration with other stakeholders such as legal or management teams, effective communication skills are essential for digital forensics in cybersecurity. It is very crucial to be able to communicate technical knowledge to non-technical stakeholders. And the problem-solving skills, Digital forensics frequently entails analyzing complex issues and determining the core cause of the cyber disasters. As a result, the capacity to think creatively and offer unique solutions is crucial. And finally, the legal and regulatory knowledge. Digital forensics frequently entails working within the legal and regulatory frameworks. Understanding relevant rules and regulations are thus essential, particularly when delivering evidence in legal process. Next one, we have to know about the tools of the digital forensics tools. These are tools are available to get it digital forensics. The history of forensics have evolved over decades through various branches of forensic science. Forensics have become an integral part of law enforcement activities across the globe. These applications are central to fighting cybercrime and protecting digital assets in the current age of the internet and advancing globalization. Crime can take many forms, and it becomes necessary to gather evidence and obtain a conviction of perpetrators. Forensic tools help investigators to extract crucial pieces of evidence from the electronic devices to be presented in a court of law to put the criminals behind bars. The most powerful and paid-free forensic tools are Paladin is undoubtedly one of the most versatile collections of forensic tools. It's currently available. The entire suite consists of over 100 tools classified into 33 categories. Whether it is a matter of unauthorized access, data leak, modifications of existing data, malicious software like spyware and malware, or even if it is something as simple as a weak password that was cracked through guesswork, Paladin has the forensic tool to help you discern the cause of cybercrime. Next one is computer-aided investigative environment. The tools, it is a Linux live distribution and provides an interactive guide for forensic analysis to carry out a broad range of investigative activities. One of the major distinguishing factor about the Kane suite is its applications for the assessment of the database, memory, as well as networks. Such a diverse range of investigative abilities enable cyber forensic experts to carry out numerous types of observations and pinpoint the exact cause of a breach. So being a live distribution software, it can be carried out around your flash drives and used directly without having need to install it. And next one is X-Ways forensics. It provides a large array of various types of tools that aid in digital forensics, from data recovery to disk cloning, finding and retrieving the lost data, recovering deleted files, and many more X-Ways. Forensics has grown to become an absolute must-have for all budding and professional cyber forensic analysis. This bundle of cutting-edge cyber forensic software is compatible with all versions of Windows and is known to run on devices of relatively lower configuration. In addition to dealing with loss of corrupted data, X-Ways forensics also enables us investigators to analyze their device memory and ascertain if a particular file is authenticate or a duplicate. With so many capabilities rolled into one suite, it's no wonder that X-Ways has generated popularity amongst the global community of the forensic investigation. The next tool is autopsy. The term autopsy is synonymous with the science of forensics. Medical autopsy is performed by a medical examiner to discern the cause and the nature of death. Borrowing from this idea, the autopsy is a software toolkit. It assesses the computer hardware, hard drives, and the smartphones, and look for evidence to help identify the instance of crime or malicious activities. Some of the features of autopsy include analysis emails, recovery of deleted corrupted media, browsing activity and habits, extraction of logs for calls and messages, determination of location from a picture and videos, discovery of timeline of the activity, and so on. An additional bonus is the fact that multiple experts could work on a single instance, and as autopsy supports multi-user functionality. This facilitates better resource utilization and pooling or relevant expertise. Our next one is Wireshark. Wireshark is a free open source forensic tool that enables users to watch and analyze the traffic in a network. Since every organization maintains an internal network for day-to-day operations, Wireshark is an excellent choice for network administrators as well as cybersecurity experts to study all the activities on a network to identify deviations from established norms and zero in on any suspicious behaviors. Being an open source software, Wireshark has been embellished over a period of time by several developers from across the world. As the networks grow in scale, it becomes increasingly necessary to have a consolidated means of assessing traffic patterns to enforce regulations and ensure compliance. Being free to download and offering a simple guide, Wireshark has become globally reputed in its usage, not only amongst professionals, but also amongst casual users and hobbyists. Next one is Network Miner. Network Miner is another open source forensic tool for the Windows, Linux, and the Mac OS that can be used by the network administrators as well as investigators to assess traffic in a network. It is used to analyze, even capture packets transferred on a network, to detect devices and the corresponding operating systems, names of hosts, open ports, etc. And the best part, activities using the Network Miner does not generate traffic on a network. This forensic tool allows user to fish out credentials, certificates, emails from a network and presents the extracted information in a user-friendly and interactive manner. Moreover, users can search for a particular piece of information from the extracts using a keyword such as a search option provider. This is an extremely useful software that enables investigators and senior management to observe and analyze incidents such as data breaches, unauthorized access, illegal modifications, and any suspicious activities. As a matter of convenience, Network Miner is a portable software and comes installed in a custom-made flash drive. Thus, it requires no installation, rendering the job of an investigator quick and easy. The next one is SIFT workstation. SANS Investigate Forensic Toolkit. The SANS Investigate Forensic Tool is one of the world's most popular software for cyber forensic, with over 1 lakh downloads across the world and having been recommended by the experts in the field. So it has been used by the law enforcement agencies and Fortune 500 companies. What's amazing is that SIFT is an open source forensic software package and also available for anyone to download. Given such pedigree, it should come as no surprise that SIFT was developed as an experienced group of forensic specialists and other subject matter experts. The bundle of cutting-edge forensic tools contained with this SIFT allows for an in-depth investigation into every type of cyber attacks and makes the generation of incident reports simple. Next is Pro Discover Forensic. In the event of a crime, the perpetrators often try to destroy the evidence in order to escape justice. This is the extremely common occurrence in the case of cybercrimes. In such a scenario, it is deleted information on devices that help investigators snap the criminals and restore their damages. Few forensic tools can recover deleted information as well as Pro Discover Forensic. It lets people know if there have been any changes made to any files or stored data. Next one is Volatility Framework. It is a unique forensic tool that lets investigators analyze the runtime state of a device using system information found in the volatile memory or RAM. Whenever we turn a device off, all unsaved data which is present in the RAM gets deleted. It is only when we save something that it gets transferred from the RAM to the permanent memory. In the field of cyber forensic, it often becomes crucial to be able to extract data from the volatile memory in order to find out about the recent activities. So it goes without saying how useful volatility framework has become amongst law enforcement and the intelligence agencies, in addition to military and civilian investigators. It is supported by the professional forensic experts from around the world and is based on many years of academic research on advanced memory analysis techniques. It was released at a Black Hat event, which in itself speaks about its status in the international cybersecurity community. Next one is Oxygen Forensic Suite. Developed by Oxygen Forensics, this suite of cutting-edge tools is one of the most effective applications when it comes to gathering information from mobile phones. In the era, mobile applications, smartphones are almost always vital sources of forensic evidence that highlight the digital paper trail for investigators to follow. Even though the actual crime may have been committed using other electronic devices, the intent and the plan to commit the crime may have been discussed and shared amongst acquaintances. The next one is Computer Online Forensic Evidence Extractor. The Computer Online Forensic, it was developed by the Microsoft to aid law enforcement officers in extracting information from the Windows computers. It is an easy-to-use platform offering more than 150 forensic tools that investigators can use to analyze computer memory to discern actionable evidences. It features an interactive guide and can be installed on flash drives or external hard drives to be used directly without any installation or the required device. Microsoft offers technical support for the coffee, free for charge to law enforcement agencies. Next one is XRY. Another world-class forensic tool for the extraction data from the smartphone is XRY, developed by a company named NSAP, which is global leader in digital forensic technology. It enables investigators to extract actionable information such as call history, SMS, pictures, contacts. Our next one is Explica. It's a highly popular tool used in network forensics that is used to extract information used by the internet-based applications exchanged over a network. After intercepting the packet, Explica is able to reconstruct them and enable administrators to know who used which applications for what purpose. And next one is Windows Scope. In the aftermath of the cyber attack, it is extremely important to evaluate the scenario and determine how the attack was carried out. Windows Scope happens to be one of the best tools for incident response. In the event of an attack, this tool reverse engineers the entire operating system and all running process codes, open files, and so on. This allows forensic analysis to paint a clear picture of the sequence of events surrounding the attack and shed light on the gashes. It can be used on Windows-based computers to reveal everything entered, including URLs, credentials, and any other information. Moreover, Windows Scope is also capable of conducting system-wide reverse engineering since it can access both user-level and kernel-level applications. Additionally, experts can also reverse engineer malware using the forensic tool to study them and implement preventive measures. The last one is encrypted disk detector. This another forensic tool is used to aftermath of an attack to check the encrypted volumes on a computer. Unlike various other tools, the encrypted disk detector has a command line interface. Knowing the presence of encrypted drives on a computer helps forensic investigators make informed decisions regarding the case under review. These are the tools available for the digital forensics. And thank you.
Thank you, madam, for your valuable seminar on the topic of digital forensic and providing in-depth knowledge in this subject. The participants are requested to post your questions or topic of discussion in the chat box. As participants, if you have any doubt, ma'am is there. The forum is open for discussion. And also, the feedback link is posted in the chat box. I request all the participants to fill the chat feedback link. Thank you, ma'am. So on the behalf of Department of Computer Science and Application team, I want to extend a warm thanks to all the participants for attending day 5 of Cybersecurity and Hacking FDP and for your valuable feedback. Thank you all. So all the PPTs or informations that need to be shared will be consolidated and it will be shared at the end of this FDP program, sir. So feedback link is being posted in the chat box. I request all the participants to check the chat box and fill the feedback link